Hello, welcome to Papa Nick's Music. I am, as always, your host, Papa Nick Lewis. And this week we're doing another dive into a greatest hits band. I've done this previously with the Bee Gees. I just did it not too long ago with Hall & Oates. This time around, we're doing Supertramp. I like Supertramp. Kind of. I like most of their radio hits. Of course, I've got the obligatory copy of Breakfast in America. It's the only original album I've got. And then I've also got a greatest hits package. I've never listened to any of their other albums. And even this I don't listen to very frequently. So I'm starting from a position of not knowing very much about the band. I know a little bit about the makeup of the band. I know that the primary songwriters and singers are Roger Hodgson and Rick Davis. And so I kind of know what I'm getting into, but I don't know a great deal about the band. And so over the next few weeks, I'm going to be diving into Supertramp. I'm going to be listening to all their albums, and I'm going to get to the bottom of this. Am I really a fan of this group, or do I just like their hits? As before I get into this, I want to establish a ground zero, a starting point. And so today we are going to be counting down my top 10 Supertramp singles. Ooh, it's going to be fun. Because I am shoehorning this into the format of a top 10. There we go. Papa Nick's Music's Top 10 series is unofficially sponsored by Schofferhofer Beer. If you like Hefeweizen beer and grapefruit soda, ooh, you're going to love Schofferhofer. That's good beer. Also, before I get into this, I need to talk about the subjectivity notice. We firmly believe here at Papa Nick's Music that there's no such thing as objectively good or objectively bad music. There's only music that we like and music that we don't. And as long as we keep that in mind, this is a wonderful conversation. It's entertaining, it's interesting, it's fun, it's everything that is happy and sunshine and roses. It goes off the rails real quick, though, as soon as one of us involved in the conversation starts insisting on being seen as objectively right. So I'm not making any objective claims here. I would appreciate it if in your comments you refrain from doing the same. Cool? Cool. Okay, like I said, I am familiar with the hits, and I am familiar, obviously, with Breakfast in America. Can't believe I blanked out on the name of that thing. Breakfast in America is one of those albums that, I mean, it was almost like a law. If you were a music fan in 1979, you had to get a copy of this thing. I mean, half of it hit the top 40 charts, it seems. So the list today is going to skew pretty heavily towards Breakfast in America, just to give you the heads up. But I went through, I originally sat and thought, okay, well, these are all the songs that I can think of off the top of my head, and realized I didn't have 10, and so I went back and listened again and limited myself to songs that were released as singles, and I came up with this top 10. Ready? Okay. Coming in at number 10, from their 1975 album Crisis. What Crisis? We have Lady, which is not a song I know super well, but I like it. I like Roger Hodgson. I like that song. It's number 10. Coming in at number 9, from 1982's famous Last Words, we have Crazy. Another Roger Hodgson song, and again, I like Roger Hodgson. Coming in at number, not a whole lot of commentary on these, right? Coming in at number 8. Okay, from here on, the songs are, to me, more recognizable. I had to go back and listen to the songs that were released as singles to generate those last two. But from here on, this was the easy part of the list to generate. Coming in at number 8, From 1976's Even in the Quietest Moments, we have Give a Little Bit. Um, Part of me feels a little guilty for putting this song at number 8. It seems to me it should be way higher than that, if only because of the iconic guitar part. That's one of those things you go into Guitar Center and you hang around long enough in the in the acoustic guitar room, you're going to hear somebody play the chord progression to Give a Little Bit. But it's here at number 8. At number 7, we have what I think might be their biggest hit. I haven't actually looked at chart performance with any degree of rigor or anything like that. I think it's their biggest hit, not sure. But that is, of course, from Breakfast in America, 1979, we have The Logical Song. The Logical Song was one of those that when it first came out, I liked it, and then I got tired of it real quick. And then I liked it again, and then I got tired of it again, and now I'm back in a phase where I like it, right? So we've got a lot of ebb and flow as far as my affection for The Logical Song. So that's why, even though it's a monster smash hit, it's only hitting number 7 on my list. Coming in at number 6 is a song, okay, just based on the musical qualities, the level of composition and all of that sort of stuff. For the songs that I've already hit, right? I've already mentioned Give a Little Bit and The Logical Song, both of which are very, very tight compositions, I think. It doesn't make sense that I would have at number 6 from Famous Last Words in 1982, It's Raining Again. But I really like It's Raining Again. That's one of those that first time I heard it, I thought, oh man, that's a snappy little ditty. I like that one. So I think The Logical Song is a better composition, but I'd rather listen to It's Raining Again. So coming in at number 5, we have a song that was released internationally as a single. It wasn't released as a single here in the United States, but it was released as a single, so I can put it on my list, and that is the title track from 1979's Breakfast in America. Yes, Breakfast in America. I like that song. Coming in at number 4, also from Breakfast America. See, I told you it was the list was going to be very heavily skewed towards Breakfast in America. We've got Goodbye Stranger, which, based on my limited interaction with the band thus far, I'm thinking there is an obvious difference between Roger Hodgson as a writer and as a singer, and Rick Davis as a writer and a singer, as a writer and as a singer. Get that out right. And while I like Rick Davis as a singer, I have to be honest, part of my problem that I'm going to be wrestling with as I'm doing this exercise is that I have seen concert performances, and oh my God, does Rick Davis make all sorts of weird, kabuki theater facial expressions when he's singing. I mean, it's jarringly distracting to watch him sing. And so while I like Goodbye Stranger, I also have this mental image of him contorting his face while he's singing it. But I do like a lot of Rick Davis's songs. So, number 4, Goodbye Stranger. Number 3, we're back to Roger Hodgson. From Crime of the Century, 1974, we have Dreamer. You're nothing but a dreamer. Oh, I like that song. That's a nice, bright little tune. At number 2, we have the other hit off of Crime of the Century, which was originally the B-side to Dreamer, and that is Rick Davis's Bloody Well Right. I really like Bloody Well Right. That was the song that made me think, okay, I might want to pay attention to Supertramp, because I really like Bloody Well Right. But my number 1 song out of these singles, I think the best song out of these singles, the one that I listen to the most frequently, the one I think I like the music of it. I like the composition of it. I just really like From Breakfast in America, Take the Long Way Home. I think that's just a brilliant song, and I have great respect and admiration for it. So that's my top 10 of Supertramp's singles. Brief list as it is. Don't have a whole lot to talk about because these are just songs that I like. I haven't immersed myself in the band yet, but I'm going to be immersing myself. I'm going to be living and breathing Supertramp for the next couple of weeks. And I will follow this up with a more thoughtful top 10 of album tracks, probably, along with an album ranking. I haven't decided whether I'm going to exclude Breakfast in America from the album ranking or not. More on that as we get closer to it. But that's my starting point. That's ground zero. That's what I think about Supertramp right now. A nifty band that does keyboard heavy pop tunes and some lyrics that have some social relevance, and we're gonna see what if that opinion holds. Anyway, what do you think? What have I gotten right? What have I gotten wrong? You know the drill. Drop that comment down below. I always love hearing from you. If you enjoyed the video today, I'd appreciate it if you'd click the like button. While you're down there clicking, go ahead and subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. It costs you nothing, but it means the world to me, so I thank you very much for that. If you do subscribe, click the bell for notifications. The YouTube folks appreciate that, so on their behalf, I thank you. Thanks again for hanging out with me today. Man, was this a short video. Jeez. By my standards, anyway. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I hope that the rest of your day is untroubled. See you soon.